I invite you to reflect on the idea that you are not who you think you are. You're not just a little old human just wishing and manifesting things. You literally have the power of God within you. And when you truly know that, there's no room for any feelings of unworthiness, for self-doubt, and for minimizing your impact in this world. In this video, I want to remind you that receiving is actually serving this world. I want to encourage you to expand your desires beyond what you currently think is possible and choose desires that bring light into this world. Because if your desire brings light into this world in some way, then you're doing the work of God. And if you're doing the work of God, then you will be supported in that by the highest of high. And that power can never be taken away from you. And you don't need to get it from anywhere else. It's inside of you right now. And if you truly understood that power, I guarantee you would expand your vision and aim for bigger goals. So come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go create your God-sized vision. All right, family. Hey, what's up? Are y'all ready for this? Let's go. God-sized vision. We're gonna get into what that means. What is she talking about? It was intriguing. I clicked it. But what is a God-sized vision? How do I have a God-sized vision? And how do I cultivate my God-sized vision? And really, like, my intention for this video, if I'm to like reflect on what it is I really want to achieve in this video, I'm asking the creator that, first of all, the creator speaks through me, number one. And number two is that I'm relaying the message to you in the powerful way that it was downloaded to me in my mind, that I'm able to relay this to you in a way that reaches you where you are at and exactly is what you need in this moment. The name God-sized vision came to me while I was in a meditation. I don't know if it's a thing. I actually researched it after I came up with the idea to see, like, is this a thing? Like, do people talk about the God-sized vision? And I didn't see it explained in exactly this way. Maybe a few people use that terminology, but this came from God, and it really inspired me into this next level of Rahosa, of me, of this version of me that you see here today. If you even watch my video a few months back, I'm such a different energy right now. And I don't know if you can feel it, you probably can, but it feels like so much resistance, doubts, overthinking, blockages, limiting beliefs, and fears were just removed from my essence. And I 100%, first of all, can attribute this to my strengthening relationship with the Creator, with God. I say God, you may say something else. Whatever terminology you choose to use does not matter. I'm just gonna say God or the Creator because that's understandable. But I prayed and I set my declaration out to the Creator to help me release blockages that I had in terms of showing up online. I'm in the middle of this rebrand, and I hope you subscribe and join along for the journey, by the way. But I'm in the process of reestablishing myself in the online space in this new way. Like, not in a way that I think is gonna work and I think is gonna hit the algorithm, or I see other coaches or people doing this, so I want to hop on the bandwagon. Like, I'm in this phase of like, I'm tuning into my own innovation, my own creative genius, my own God-sized vision, and I'm showing up in this whole new way. And I really attribute this to my strengthening relationship with God. Now that's out of the way, let's just jump right into the topic of today's video. I'm going to describe this concept as such an expansive vision that came into your mind that you have for your life. It's a vision that was placed on your heart and mind that you know had to come from something higher than yourself. It may be something that you have a desire to do. You're like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, wow, if I was a person who could actually do that, that'd be great. Maybe you really want to do something, but you have fears, you have doubts in yourself, you don't know where to start, you're overwhelmed. You may not understand how to get there in any capacity, but somehow this vision dropped into your heart and mind. Now I want you to take a moment and reflect on what this could be for you. When I ask you the question, what is your God-sized vision? What comes to your mind? And it's probably the first thing that popped into your mind that is a part of this God-sized vision. It's beyond you. You may not fully believe in yourself yet and your capacity, ability to be able to achieve that aspiration. Now, I want you right now to take a pause, reflect on this, and once you come up with what your God-sized vision is, I want you to leave it in the comment section down below. Let me and everyone else that's reading your comments know what your God-sized vision is. I'm going to be responding, by the way, to all the comments and replying to you, cheering you on, and really holding you in that space and encouraging you forward in that vision. So leave it below. Let me know so that we can be in this together. You know, this is not just about you. And that's kind of the whole point about this God-sized vision. God will place something in your heart and in your mind in order to manifest because it's bigger than you. This is a huge part of your mission, your assignment here on earth. Why were you sent here? What are you here to do? What are you meant to bring to humanity to elevate us to a higher level? And even if you don't believe in your power right now, I know that you know deep down that you are a powerful being. I know that you came here for a mission. Maybe there's just some uncovering that needs to take place, but just know this vision is meant to expand you. There's meant to be resistance here. And the person who would be gravitated to a video like this, let me tell you, you know there's more for your life. You know the world needs to change, and you know that you play a part in that change. And you're probably afraid to step into it. That is your God-sized vision. I would say for me, one of my big God-sized visions, at least when I initially started 4 years ago, was creating this YouTube channel. But that wasn't necessarily the God-sized vision, but it was definitely a stepping stone. I knew that to live out my God-sized vision, to get to where I know I need to be in this life, having the impact that I know I'm meant to make in this life, I knew that creating a platform for myself on YouTube was a mandatory first step for me. And I felt fear, I felt resistance, I felt blockages, but stronger than that, I felt like this is my duty. And something I heard a coach, her name is Victoria Washington, say is sometimes you feel like you can't hold the mission because it's the mission that's meant to hold you. You might not feel ready to dive into the deep end and do the thing that you know you've always wanted to do, to take that step forward that's going to propel you into opportunities, that's going to bring forth your God-sized vision. You may not know that right now, but you don't need to know that. You need to have faith. You need to trust that if a message was sent in your heart, follow where life is taking you and have faith and trust that God is leading you to manifest that God-sized vision. You were born for this. If you don't have faith, borrow my faith in you. Borrow God's faith in you. I actually thought a phrase was in my mind this morning in my meditation. Like, if I don't have the faith in myself, I'm going to borrow God's faith in me. Because even if I don't believe in myself, I know I believe in God. And if I believe in God, I believe in myself because God is walking with me in this life. And that realization, that revelation was so powerful for me, and it really moves me forward. It's like a mantra I replay in my mind that moves me forward. If I don't have a strength, I'm going to borrow some strength from God. You know, I don't have energy. I'm just going to borrow some energy from the unlimited source of energy, which is the Creator. I will pray, God, even though I feel like I cannot move forward, please place your hand on my life and move me forward towards the vision that you have sent and placed into my heart and mind for me to live out. Your very desires are from the Creator. You wouldn't be planted a seed in your mind of something that you can live out and manifest and achieve if it wasn't a possible reality for you. God will move you. You just need to have that faith, because faith is everything. Our life is based on our beliefs and our level of conviction and faith in what we are desiring to manifest, that it's possible for it to manifest. The stronger your faith and belief is in the Creator being of assistance in your life, the more you will see evidence of that, because everything is a projection of your consciousness. And you can switch your consciousness at any time. You just have to decide it. It doesn't have to be super specific, by the way. You might have a super specific God-sized vision. Even for me, it's still a little fuzzy on like, what is the ultimate place I'm going to end up in? I don't know, but I know the mission I'm working towards. I have general goals and milestones that I know I want to achieve, and they are expanding me to even think about. But by expanding me to think about those things, it's pushing me forward now because I know I need to get there. It's pushing me to do things I've never done before, such as infusing my creativity, showing up differently, but I know I'm on the right path. Once you have decided, declared, and you know with conviction what your God-sized vision is, let me tell you what's going to happen next. Number one, you're going to get a flood of doubts. You're going to get a flood of fear. You're going to get those voices in your head tuning the volume up louder and louder, giving you excuses, giving you reasons as to why you can't achieve this thing. And that is normal. This is a part of our human experience. This is the adversary's voice, the opponent's voice, the ego's voice, and it's going to be prominent, especially when we are living out our soul's purpose, when we are doing what God sent us to do. Don't you think that voice is going to be working overtime? And that is actually a huge clue that you'll know that this is the right path for you. Because you need to go through this journey. You need to go through the growth that it's going to take you to expand you into this new level of yourself. And another thing that's going to happen is you're going to hear other people doubt you. But your test is that no matter who tells you no, or no matter who keeps you small, that you persist. And people will keep you small because number one, they're just projecting their own self-imposed limitations onto you. So they think that your life is going to be like theirs because maybe they didn't believe in themselves. They didn't listen to that call of the God-sized vision within them. So now they're projecting onto you reasons as to why you cannot achieve your God-sized vision, right? This is reflecting their own limitations and their own dissatisfaction and discouragement really with themselves. And that's just because this is how humans work. This is not because anybody has evil intentions. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but generally speaking, especially when it's our loved ones, it's not coming from evil intentions when someone expresses to you that they don't believe what you're doing is logical, practical, or is able to manifest. You need to be your number one believer, okay? The number one reason is because they're projecting, but the number two reason is because they are reflecting to us our own doubts, our own fears, our own baggage so we can overcome it. Everything originates in consciousness. Everything starts in consciousness. Consciousness is then projected out, reflected outward. We will always see a reflection in this world of our current state of consciousness. And we all have this opponent, okay? Literally, our ego's job is to pull us away from the light, is to confuse us, to stress us, to overwhelm us, to doubt us. Its number one purpose is to pull us away from our purpose. But guess what? You got that God consciousness living inside of you. And the light is so much stronger than the darkness. You can always overcome the darkness. Always. And you know when you feel something is the right thing for you. You know your God-sized vision because if it feels good, that's how you know it is the creator. If it feels fearful, if it feels doubtful, if it feels scary, that is not light. That is your opponent. That is your ego. That is the negative force in this world. If you have a God-sized vision, be careful who you tell that vision to, because people who only have human-sized visions cannot believe in your God-sized vision. Keep in mind, God-sized. That's huge. Okay, that is like life-changing stuff. Okay, and you're here for that. We are all here for that. It's just about, are you going to be one of the few that awakens to your potential, that listens to the call, that hears God's words and acts upon them and moves despite the fears? Human vision is limited. God's vision for your life is unlimited, and you have that power, and you can expand yourself way beyond what you currently think that you can right now. And by the way, this God-sized vision will expand. The more you actually give power to it and you start to listen to the call and move towards the call, the vision will expand with you. As you grow, the vision will grow. And by the way, if you're curious and you're like, I don't know what my God-sized vision is, like how can I really tune into that? My number one recommendation, I'm speaking from personal experience, from having this really work wonders in my life and manifest the most beautiful, amazing things that you can see how happy I'm getting right now. I can't even really express it right now on the channel, but beautiful things have been manifesting for me in my life. And I attribute this to my strengthening of connection with the Creator. How do you strengthen your connection with the Creator so that the Creator gives you these messages, tells you your God-sized vision? You will hear it in your consciousness, but it will not just be like words in your consciousness. It's going to be like a knowing. You're going to be like, yeah, this is what I need to do. This is it. And you'll know it's right because it's hitting you when you're in the right state, when you're in that theta brainwave state, when you're in that state of it's just you and God. It's you and the Creator, you and your higher self. There's no external stimulus. The more you turn out the external stimulus and tune in with your own higher self, your own intuition, your own, the Creator, and you ask for that assistance, genuinely like ask. Ask for God to place His hand in your life, to show you the way, to show you the vision, to bring you out of whatever state that you want to get out of and into the life that you know you are meant to live, to bring you fulfillment. I promise you, you will be shown the path. And I have so much faith in that. So if you don't yet know and you're watching this video like, damn, that sounds cool, I want a God-sized vision, you just gotta ask. Give it time, plant the seed. You probably do already know it to some extent. You probably just shut it out through all these years. Something recently actually that I came to this week week, I was watching some of my childhood videos with my boyfriend. Little 8-year-old me. I was like filming videos on Facebook at 8 years old, and I was creating videos, like real edited videos. I was singing on camera unapologetically. I was doing little skits. I was editing little mini movies. Like, I was going all out, okay, at 8 years old until I was like 13, 14 years old. Then when I was in high school, like 14 to 18, I was creating these short films, and these films were so good and they were so funny and they were just so me. And I would just sing and I would just express myself and I would post. And this is before any of the doubts started creeping in. And this is before I even cared about what people thought. Like, I was a little kid just having fun expressing myself. And I really believe that who we were as kids is truly a testament to our true self. And I think over the years, and especially as I got more into spirituality, I started getting really serious and kind of just also emulating how other spiritual coaches show up in this like very serious, stoic way, which is great. And I definitely can be serious when I need to be. But I also realized, like, I got this bubbly personality that needs to come out. And how does this relate to God vision? Because that's a part of my God vision, is to show up as more of myself, not be a cookie cutter image of anyone else or their message or this and that. Like, me, who is me? And when I was watching those videos of me at a young age, I realized I look up to that little girl. I look up to that version of me who was just unapologetically expressing herself, had a passion for this stuff without caring about the outcome. Literally, one of the videos, I'm like 8 years old, I'm like, hey guys, sorry for the wait, but like, I'm back now. Meanwhile, I'm talking to like 0 people on Facebook, like have no friends, but like, your girl didn't care, you know? Like, I didn't do it for that reason. I didn't do it for views. I didn't do it because I cared that anyone saw what I was doing. I was doing it, to be fun. And that is a part of my God-sized vision, is like letting go of those fears, those doubts, those things that are stopping me from just being fully myself, despite what other people think, despite anything in the external world. Who am I? What am I here for? That's unique from anyone else. And that's why I said to tune in with your God-sized vision, tune into yourself, tune in your relationship with the Creator, tune out the external world, because it's noise, it's distraction, it's taking you away from your path, your God-sized vision. Your God-sized vision is not gonna be like mine, like the girl next door, like this girl you look up to on the internet. It's not gonna be their vision. It's going to be unique to you. And that was God speaking right through me, okay? If you have the passion for it, that means you are called to do it, to express it, and to be it. Don't take that lightly. If you are called, that means you must move. You must move towards that calling. And if you don't, what happens if you don't move towards it? If you're not proactive about it, changes will happen in your life still. You're still gonna be uncomfortable, but it's gonna happen in a way that's undesirable to you. Things might crash. You'll have a tower moment in your life, but you need to proactively choose to follow your mission. If you don't change, if you don't move, God will move you, and it will be a whole lot more uncomfortable when it's not coming from your own desire to move. So be proactive and decide right now. Reach out to God. Ask for Him to remind you of your original assignment and to move towards that every day. Another thing I wanted to touch on in this video, and I know this video's getting long, but it's okay. I know a block for a lot of people, and very much so a block for me, stepping into my leadership identity, stepping into my God-sized vision, is feelings of unworthiness. Whether it's feeling unworthy to move towards our goals, feeling unworthy of receiving our goals. Maybe you don't feel worthy of being in leadership. You don't feel worthy of receiving the resources or the abundance that is necessary for you to even get there, to shine your light exponentially with the world. You need the resources to do that. But if you don't feel worthy of that, that will be a huge block. So more than just affirming that our God-sized vision is gonna magically plop into our life, we need to propel ourselves into action. For this, I'd love for us to begin with a mantra and a core understanding that we need to like ingrain into our consciousness. And this mantra is it is not me, it is God expressing Himself through the vessel of me. We are all expressions of God, the Creator. We have a spark of the Creator within us. We are co-creators of this life, of this existence. We have the power of God within us with our very own bodies and consciousness. How can you feel unworthy if you literally have the Creator inside of you? The Creator placed this in your heart. Are you gonna say that the Creator is unworthy? Literally the Creator of everything in existence? Yeah, it doesn't really make sense when you think of it like that, does it? Even when it comes to growing my platform on YouTube is a huge, huge desire of mine, because I desire to reach and impact more souls, more people. And of course, what does that come with? The resources, the abundance. But what is coded in the abundance? It's about allocating that abundance into places that's going to expand more people, reach more people. I can use that to raise myself, but raising myself is not just myself. It's also the creator's mission for me. How can I live out the creator's mission for me if I felt unworthy of receiving abundance? If I felt unworthy of being seen by so many people? And these are things I had to work on, because I did feel so unworthy of receiving abundance, of anyone looking at me and seeing me. I felt so uncomfortable and shy. And it's like, and I'm working through it still. I think I've made major progress, especially like I said, after reaching out to God for help on that. But point is, you need to know, like I'll say to myself, even before like speaking on camera, this is not coming from me. This is coming from the creator. Before any coaching calls I get on, I take my personal attachment out of it and I say, the outcome is going to be whatever it is meant to be. I trust that the creator is going to speak through me in this call. And something I heard Victoria Washington say, she says, God, may it be none of me and all of you. Allow me to be a channel for the creator in this life. With that desire, with that knowing, with that sense of worthiness, you cannot fail. You will not fail at your God-sized vision. You just can't give up. It's the reason you were sent here. Isn't that a big deal? Isn't that something to take seriously with your time, to really focus on? And that's something I really prompt you, like, don't allow this video to be just another YouTube video you're watching today. Allow this to leave an imprint on your soul. Allow this to really move you forward into taking action towards that God-sized vision that you have. Expand your consciousness to desire more. What does God really want for you? Stop playing small with your life. You can reach bigger, and you have the power to. You have unlimited power. Whatever you think that God-sized vision is, 10x it. And leave another comment letting me know that 10x vision. You're here to build your legacy. You're here to leave something behind in this world. If you're creative, by the way, I highly recommend you tuning into the free training that I held. I'm going to leave it in the description below. We're going to talk about personal branding, your unique mission, your unique value proposition, how to stand out as a one-of-a-kind creator, and so much more. I mean, if you got value from this video, you will leave the free training with so much clarity, so much direction, and it's very focused to a God-sized vision that is related to showing up on social media or as like a public figure, a public speaker, creating your legacy. So if that is you, I will leave the workshop training in the description as well as in the comment section. I'll pin it so it's super easy for you to access. And before I wrap this video up, I would love for you, if you're still here, you made it to the end of this video, leave me a comment of an eye to symbolize vision, okay? I will respond to all the comments in this video. And last thing that I would love to ask from you is, if you did get value from this video and you know someone who you think would benefit from this video, then please share it with them. Not only does it help to expand the channel and raise awareness around these kind of topics, but it will inspire them and it will bring them light and it will move them forward in their life. And this world needs more of that. Okay, so thank you so, so much. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for being here and for making it to the end of this video. I'm just so grateful. And I appreciate you so much more than you know. And I also appreciate your connection so much more than you know. Like when you leave comments and I know you're there, and when you DM me on Instagram, which by the way, I post a lot of business related content on Instagram. So if you are an entrepreneur, that content might be more tailored to you. And also Instagram is a great platform to just connect with more people and like actually have DM conversations. It's a part of my vision to connect with you more deeply. So once again, I love you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me, and I'll see ya in the training. Bye.